Welcome back inside Delaware Live Sports. Game number 2 of the D1 Showcase here on a Saturday afternoon. Nick Allison joining alongside Joey Singles. It's Salesianum and St. Andrews. First contest for Salesianum of the weekend in the tournament. St. Andrews played last night in a tough loss to Eagle Academy. They're going to try to get started early. Josh Ho misses. Proctor, though, is right there for the putback, and we're underway, Joe.
Yeah, nice sun shining through these windows. Nice sun shining through these windows here.
That's right.
Give everybody a little bit of energy. Although the first game had a lot of energy. Sanford picked up the win in our first game today, and with a lot of energy in the gym.
You know, it's kind of give us some Dallas Cowboy Stadium vibes in there with the sun glaring right at us here. Hopefully we don't miss anything or miss any calls here on the broadcast. But thanks, everybody, for tuning in here to Delaware Live Sports. 3 more games, including this one today in the D1 Showcase. As Salesianum working it around. Here's a 3 from the left wing. Too strong for Latrell Wright. And now Josh Ho has it the other direction for the Saints. So going to be a fun day of basketball here today, Joe. And we'll have coming up a little bit later on Eagle Academy and DeMatha as we have a foul on R.J. Johnson on the dribble drive by Bobby Zoo.
Yeah, that was a tough shot by Bobby Zoo for sure. He kind of got bailed out there on that foul. But nonetheless, 2 free throws.
A tough contest for St. Andrews last night as the first free throw off the mark for Zoo. As Eagle Academy got off to an early lead, St. Andrews was able to battle their way all the way back. It was a very close game until Eagle was able to hold on. Proctor on the offensive rebound, up and back and through. He's got a quick 4.
Yeah.
And we talked last night, Joe, about Proctor kind of letting the game come to him a little too much in that contest. We really wanted to see him take things over, and he's off to a good start today, and so is Brady McBride. He's got a state championship in football under his belt, and he knocks down the triple for Salesianum.
Yeah, good, beautiful form. You can kind of tell we got a foul here underneath.
That's quick 2 fouls here against R.J. Johnson.
But McBride set himself up beautifully. The ball was going in from the time it left his hands there.
I want to give a shout out here to Nick Holliday, who went and got us these seat cushions. And I just want to say it has made a remarkable difference here so far, just a minute and a half into this game.
Yeah.
So it'll be St. Andrews to inbound. It was a foul on the floor against RJ, who will have to exit the game immediately. 2 quick fouls on R.J. Johnson. So a sub here for Sally's, though inbound. It's a good one right to Proctor, who throws it down with 2 hands. And Elijah Proctor with the first 6 points of the game here for St. Andrews.
Yeah, he's doing anything but laying back.
They must have talked. He must have heard us last night.
Yeah.
He's a heck of a player.
He is attacking.
And they also have the big 6'10", Darnell Lloyd inside, and there he is with the rejection. So working it around the block was back into the hands of the Sals. McBride driving, handing
Good
off,
pass.
couldn't finish it. A second chance, though, and up and in. That was a nice play. Finished off for Salesianum by number 25, Keegan McGee.
Yeah.
So McGee going to be checking in for RJ, the other big man here for Salesianum. Already getting some early action with RJ in foul trouble. Proctor trying to get himself open. Tipped pass stolen, and the Sals force a turnover. 6-5 early on here in this one. Latrell Wright trying to get a bounce pass down low to McGee, and it's stolen. Josh Ho taking contact, couldn't finish. Darnell Lloyd went up with it, but he's fouled by McGee. So when you talk about St. Andrews, you focus on the 2 guys. It's the 6'10" center, Darnell Lloyd, and then obviously Elijah Proctor listed at 6'6". Here for St. Andrews, and those 2 really making their impact felt early on in this one.
Yeah, McBride looks bigger, maybe a little bigger than 6'6", but either way, like you said, we're starting to see as the ball handlers, as Sally's penetrates that lane, they're having second thoughts about what to do, rightfully so.
It's a long wingspan waiting for them in there.
Yeah.
He had about 4 or 5 blocks in the game last night against Eagle. 1 of 2 from the line, battling for the offensive rebound, but unable to handle it was Kai Romaine, who we did not see last night. This will be his first taste of action, I believe, with St. Andrews. So right drives, McBride's got 1-3, lets the defender go by, will launch another. That one was halfway down, rolls out.
Good ball fake, waiting, being patient, just in and out. And they're
Proctor.
gonna play, that's a push. Yeah, they're gonna call it the other way.
Good call there,
Lloyd
Joe.
Pushes off to create space. Depending on how far, the big guy gets deep underneath the backboard, he doesn't have to push. He's not going to have to push up at all, but
so that inside-out game, usually Proctor ran a lot the high post, the free throw line last night, and kind of dictated where the ball went. They did try to get it there to Lloyd on that last possession, but the push off and the offensive foul now is the Sal's give and go, able to get it back. The finger roll is up and through.
Beautiful pass, beautiful cut. And now, those are the type of plays, Nick, that get those big shot blockers kind of on their heels a little bit. Doesn't give them time to set their feet as they go. Oof.
Lloyd able to catch it and finish it. A nice pass by Bobby Zoo on the drive.
Yeah, and that's going to be a problem for Sally's if, Lloyd has that soft touch around the basket all night.
Get it to the free throw line. Mid-range jumper is good. Dominic Downs. So Dominic Downs with a bucket there for Sally's, and we're all tied up at 9. Back and forth we've been here in the first. Zoo, mid-range, got a piece of it. I think that was Downs. They had it, or got a piece of that block. Now it's Latrell Wright getting downhill. Floater no good. Rebound to Proctor. Oof. Tried to get it to Lloyd quickly in transition, but it'll be turned over by the Saints. And now a sub here for Salesianum. Checking in for the Sal's, George Nelson. So 5 on the floor now for Salesianum are as follows. Dominic Downs alongside Nasir Logan, George Nelson, Brady McBride, and Keegan McGee. That one stolen.
Foul going the other way, yeah.
So that one, I believe, going to go against Nasir Logan, who lost the ball. Then, as Joe mentioned, will be wrapped up for the personal.
Yeah, he got his pocket picked, so to speak, on that back, and he just couldn't recover there.
So 4th team foul against Salesianum. Again, 2 quick fouls in the first minute for R.J. Johnson. He went right to the bench. Haven't seen him since. As we hit the 3-minute mark of the first quarter, tied at 9. Romaine on the baseline, looking for somewhere to go. Finds a driving Blake Kelly. Shot rejected by Keegan McGee.
Beautiful block.
Nelson trying to finish it the other way, blocked by Romaine, and then caught out of bounds by, I believe it was Proctor, so we'll stay down this end with the Sal's.
Yeah, he was out of bounds and tried to come back in as he was tipping it. And you got to establish establish 2 feet inbounds before you touch the ball.
Again, we're making a bunch of football references, but you can't go out of bounds, be the first one to touch it back in in football.
Yeah.
We're on our way to the hardwood, though.
Yep.
As Logan whips it to Nelson in the corner, open 3, short. Rebound tipped around, and now Blake Kelly has it. 2.5 to play here in the first. Trying to get it to Lloyd. Nice entry feed by Proctor, and Lloyd through contact off the glass.
You watch guys in warm-ups, watch the kids in warm-ups, see how they move, see how they, their footwork. And I was watching Lloyd in warm-ups, but man, he's big, strong, good 3.
That one off the mark for Dominic Downs. Putback is up and through. Keegan McGee with his 2nd field goal of the first quarter. He's been great in relief of R.J. Johnson.
Yeah, he's made an impact at both ends, has McGee. That was a clever little sneak in there for that, too.
Tied at 11. Kelly got caught in the air, had it stolen. And then Nelson going to provide, Kelly provides the defense to force the turnover on George Nelson. So now some subs here as McGee and Downs head to the bench for Salesianum. And coming in for the Sal's will be number 10, Mark Brown. He also had a breather early on.
Jeez.
Kai Abelnop is also back in the game there, as that was a bucket there for St. Andrews. Sally's trying to answer. And Josh Ho almost came up with the steal, but saved it into the hands of Nelson and the Sal's, who will reset the offense. Brown in the corner. Now Brady McBride, they'll reset it up top. Under a minute to play here in quarter number 1.
And that last basket was Proctor. Even as we got him down as 15, but he's 5. But yeah, it was Proctor. He banked it.
He got it to go, and then I believe it was Nelson here on the other end that scored 2. It allows us to catch up now with a timeout on the floor, as our audio picking back up in our ears here. 39 seconds to go in the first. We're all tied at 13. It's been back and forth. Let's take a look at the box score so far. Elijah Proctor, 8 points for him and 5 points for Darnell Lloyd. They providing all the scoring here early on for St. Andrews. And then for the Sal's, a 3 for McBride, 2 for Downs, 2 for Logan, 2 for Nelson, and then 4 for the big man in relief, Keegan McGee.
Yeah, and if Lloyd, in the first quarter here, Lloyd sticks out at both ends. If he can stay out of foul trouble this game and continue to establish himself down there around the blocks, it's going to be a tough go of it for Sally's here today, as Lloyd is showing me at least that he has a soft, with that big, strong frame, he also has a soft touch around the basket. So
yeah, hard to come by, right? You see those guys that size, sometimes it's a mix of whether you get that touch, that feel, that skill, and athleticism, and it seems like Lloyd has that for sure. And again, Sally's a team coming off 3 straight state championship appearances, having won 1 there as well 2 years ago. And now 27 seconds left here in the first. We're tied up. They whip it to Lloyd, one-on-one underneath, and Darnell Lloyd can't finish on the baby hook. Good defense that time by Abelnop. And now the Sal's will have possession and maybe a chance at the final shot. Here's Abelnop after the good defense, kicks it back up top. Brown in the corner for 3. It's strong. Rebound up for grabs with 3 seconds. The Sal's will have a shot at it. 1, have to get it up. McBride at the buzzer, almost rode it off the glass. But instead, we're going to take a 13-all game to quarter number 2. A fun one once again here at the D1 Showcase. A lot of basketball left. We're heading to the second here at Salesianum. It's the Sal's taking on St. Andrews in the D1 Showcase exclusively here on Delaware Live Sports.
First State Orthopedics has 46 physicians and 22 physician's assistants at 16 locations across the state of Delaware. We provide both surgical and non-surgical treatment for a variety of orthopedic conditions, are specially trained in current state-of-the-art techniques. We serve as team physicians for over 20 high schools, Wilmington University, and many local recreational and competitive leagues. Our doctors are readily available to all local emergency departments, medical aid units, and urgent care centers for consultation and treatment. Give us a call today at 302-731-2888 or visit us online at firststateortho.com.
And back live at Birkenhauer Memorial Gymnasium here on the campus of Salesianum High School in Wilmington, Delaware. The site today for day 2 of the D1 Showcase. Nick Allison-Drini alongside Joe Singles, Jason Winchell, our producer, Mike Lang, our switcher, Nick Halliday, and Hollywood on the cameras. I almost said Hollywood Brown. He's making his return for the Kansas City Chiefs here shortly. We're still talking football. But a fun first quarter here today, Joe, between St. Andrews and Sally's. We've seen a lot of interstate clashes here in this tournament from last night into today, but we get a Delaware versus Delaware matchup here in game number 2, and we're all tied at 13.
Yeah, definitely some good basketball, throughout the last 24 hours. But I think the quality of the play that I've seen here today and that we saw last night, just kids playing basketball the right way, making the extra pass, working hard on defense, boxing out. It's nice to see.
So the Sal's will start with it here to open up the second. All tied at 13. Nelson getting inside and using the glass. A nice move.
Yeah, and he knew that he had someone about his size on him, and the big guys were out of the paint there for St. Andrews. We get a 3 here. Whew.
Proctor looked around, didn't see anyone around him, and stepped into a deep 3 and knocks it down. McGee over to Brown, fouled on behind from Darnell Lloyd.
Lloyd didn't have position there. He needed to get on the inside there as he reached over.
Second foul on the big felon from St. Andrews. A sub here, it's not Lloyd. Cairo Main will head out, and in comes DeMar Harding Jr. So R.J. Johnson back in with his 2 fouls as well here for Salesianum. Nelson almost traveled. Now they get it to R.J. Johnson at the free throw line. Lefty mid-range jumpers, no good. Proctor able to keep that one, almost stolen by Nelson. And now Proctor has it on the right wing. He'll feed Lloyd. Lloyd elevates from the free throw line. Can he get the shooter's roll? No. And then they're going to call an offensive foul against Proctor underneath.
Yeah, a little too strong there with the push, trying to clear the lane to get the ball. And Lloyd's going to take a seat now, which is probably smart if you're St. Andrews. The 2 fouls.
Romaine was looking to get back in before the whistle. He does. Bob Zoo will head to the bench. So 16-15, St. Andrews up by 1, a minute into the second quarter. Now we're seeing some full court pressure from the Saints. Sally's able to break it. 2-on-1, Abelknap to the basket, lays it in.
Boy, I thought what he was going to do there, Nick.
I thought he might cock it back too.
Yeah. And then not only did he not cock it back, but he ended up doing like, you get a rebound, get a weird kind of angle on that layup off the backboard.
Nice
Sally's
look from
back
Mark
in the
Brown.
foul, yeah.
And George Nelson cutting to the basket. Some good passing from the Sal's here in these last few possessions. So that foul, I believe, was also against Proctor. If so, that would have been 2 straight on each possession there. Not going to show us on the scoreboard, but I think it might have been against Proctor. And he's not talking to the officials right now, so I believe that's what you do when you're guilty of a foul there. At least it was called on you. Not guilty, but at least it was called on you. So that's how I think I'll know it was on him. So 2 for Proctor, 2 for Lloyd. There's the 4 fouls in the game so far for St. Andrews. And Nelson, I believe, 1 of 2 from the line.
Sally's is going to stay in this 2-3. See what St. Andrews can do here.
And Proctor in the corner. Work it back up to Kelly. They'll work it around the perimeter. It's Josh Ho for 3. And Ho knocks one through.
Pretty shot. Beautiful rotation.
Struggled last night from beyond the arc, but already on the board here for the Saints today. Abelknap again has a basket. No look pass to Brown in the corner. Against St. Andrews, played this 2-3 zone last night against Eagles. Slowed the game down, did a good job with it. As Nelson got called for the travel.
Yeah, he traveled. That's a tough skill to learn when you're going really fast. You got to put the ball down before you dribble, as I was telling my daughter today at her game.
That's right. Joe already have it. You already coached the game today.
Yeah, telling my daughter you got to get that ball down before you.
Racing the other way is Salesianum and Nasir Logan.
Tough shot with Proctor hanging in the wings there.
Yeah, good contest there in transition defensively for the Saints. And there it is again.
Yeah.
Just an extra step there, and
we always used to teach the kids at Concord the jab step before you go, so it just cements that foot getting down before you decide which direction you're going to go, and it usually worked pretty well. If it didn't, Coach Flowers would let the refs know that they were wrong.
We've done had a great officials so far in game one, and
Yeah,
another
they-
great crew here in
yep.
game two. They've done a phenomenal job so far today.
Yes, they've been great. They, as I have also officiated, and,
It's
and
tough, yeah.
officiating this winter, they should, as far as I'm concerned, officials make double what they make.
That's right,
at,
grandfather.
at every level, double.
That's right. My grandpa was official for over 50 years.
Except for maybe the NBA guys, because they make a pretty good salary.
Brady McBride from the corner, no good. So you got Foster, Tony Brothers there in the NBA making some good money.
So,
Under 5 to go in the half, 19-18. That three, Ho wanted another one. Lloyd on the putback, couldn't finish, but came close. Abelknap got the defender off his feet, now kicks to McBride. Steps into a mid-range jumper after the shot fake, no good, rebound to Myers.
yeah, just a little too quick there. It just kind of slipped out of McBride's hands. Good ball fake, though.
Romaine catch and shoot from the corner, short. Lloyd on the putback, no whistle, as he was contacted there a bit on the way up.
Yeah, he's got to go up a little stronger. He's going to be a little stronger with that. It was a little too far under the rim. That's what threw it off.
Good defense.
Yeah.
Again, got to make it tough on the big fella, and they certainly are so far. It's been a good game so far for Kai Abelknap,
Yeah.
who's been playing well. That one, though, and there's the broadcaster's jinx on the cue. He
Broadcaster's
turns it
jinx, yep,
over.
yep. Oh.
And then Romaine with a
Back.
whip pass, and he turns it right back over. So settling down both teams here a little bit. Some subs for St. Andrews.
A bit of timeout here.
And the timeout will allow us to focus on it. So into the game now is number 14, Josh Bowers for the Saints. And then checking in for Salesianum will be number 30, Dominic Down. So 19-18, 3:43 remaining here in the first half. We had a great one opening up with Sanford and Friends Central. And this one, another close game as well, back and forth, and a 19-18 lead for the Saints from St. Andrews here over Salesianum.
And back to your point earlier, Kai Abelknap, he's made his presence felt.
Yeah.
You know, on both ends, he looks good. He's playing fundamentally sound, but then when he gets a chance, he shows that athleticism when he at the appropriate spots. You know, minus that one pass.
Yeah, that's I'll take the
take
responsibility
the
for
blame
that
on
one.
that. Yeah, looks like he's going to take a seat now. But he gave Sally some good minutes there for sure. He's kind of deceivingly quick.
Yeah, right. That's
Yeah.
right. He came in
Yeah.
and provided instant playmaking ability here for Salesianum. It's Brown, Johnson, Downs, McBride, and Latrell Wright. There is R.J. Johnson. He finally gets going with the floater with the left hand.
Yeah, kind of used his body a little bit to create some space.
That gives Sally's the lead, 20-19. And now Sally's, they're settling into that zone as well. Both teams are on a little 2-3 defensively. Trying to find an opening. Proctor now will go from the free throw line down low. Bowers inside out to Ho. Ho driving, hanging, couldn't finish. Bowers with an offensive rebound, though. Second chance for the Saints. Ho goes up with it. Deflected. Bowers on the fourth opportunity.
And that was one of those possessions, Nick, where I always wonder if the offensive team gets impatient and makes a mistake, but they didn't. They stuck with their offense. We get a three here. Good shot.
In rhythm,
Yeah.
Dominic Downs. Great feed right in the pocket of Downs, who buries the three on the catch and shoot. Underneath.
I was going to say travel.
And a
yeah,
travel.
Yeah. Yeah, he just didn't get his feet set before he moved. I thought he was going to pump fake up and then try and get the guy coming down, but he did it.
After the turnover, Sal's bringing it back up by 2, 23-21. As we approach the 2-minute mark of half one, R.J. Johnson, no hesitation, three, and that one drops right through the net. Missed the majority of the first quarter with those two quick personal fouls, but making it felt here in the second. Ho, he wants to answer, and he does in the far corner, another three. 26-24. McBride wants to get in on the party, and he does. Brady McBride a triple, and it is threes galore here on Broome Street. The second for McBride in the ball game. And Sally's now leading 29-24.
Everybody, which just puts a big smile on my face. Everybody is setting their feet and squaring up before they release these threes, which is what you teach kids. You teach kids to point your toe at the three-point line, so when they catch the ball, they're turning face. And everybody's doing it today. They really
the coach has got to be happy, right?
Yeah, really fun to watch when they're doing it the right way, and they're having success. Ball's going in, and it looks good too.
It looks really good. To your point is they're not. I don't think these balls have hit the rim on these last three threes.
No.
They've dropped right through the net.
Yep. And we always try and teach kids, the goal is the ball to go in the net. So regardless of how it looks, did the ball go in? So these guys are getting double dip here by not only is it going in, but it looks pretty.
That's true. It's going to be good for the highlight film.
Yep. As
we welcome you back in here to Delaware Live Sports. Nick Alessandrini, Joe Singles, Jason Winchell, our producer, Mike Lang to the right on the camera switcher. Dick Halliday and Hollywood are your camera operators. As we are thrilled to be here at the D1 Showcase. Day number 2 was a fun night last night. 6 teams, 3 games, and tonight we're at today we're at Salesianum for 4 more with 2.5, I guess you could say, is Sanford. They looked really good in that opener. First chance to take a look at the Warriors here in the state of Delaware this season, and I'll tell you what, they're going to be one of those few teams maybe sitting at the top battling for a state championship. So it was fun to see them, and then here's Salesianum, a team that's been there every year the past 3 years. 1:20 to go in the half. Sally's over St. Andrews by 5. McBride on Zoo, and they'll feed Proctor at the free throw line. Josh Hill already has 2 threes. They'll feed Proctor. He'll turn, let it fly. Mid-range jumper no good, but there's Darnell Lloyd. They're crashing the glass.
Yeah, it's another possession where they had about 10 passes there, but St. Andrews stayed patient. Didn't settle for a quick shot.
Johnson's made his last 2. He'll pass it up to Nasir Logan, and that's going to be the 3rd foul on R.J. Johnson, the moving screen.
Yeah.
So he'll head out for the final 31 seconds just to avoid picking up number 4. And it'll be Keegan McGee, who was also filled in admirably here in his time for RJ.
Yep. Yeah, no drop-off with the players coming off the bench for either team.
3-point game, 29-26, 24 and ticking here as we wind down half number 1. Proctor trying to get it to Zoo in the corner. Tipped out of bounds. Will stay here with 16.5 to play in the half.
Boy, I like St. Andrews coaching shirts. They're sharp. I feel like that's an old man thing to say, but they look sharp.
They are sharp.
They look sharp over there. I'm like.
They get Ho free off a screen. The 3, though, wouldn't go. And now with 7 seconds, the Sal's looking to make them pay. It's a loose ball. Myers on the floor. A tie-up clock stops at 3.5. Possession arrow back to the Saints, I believe.
And McGee came down, and he saw one of his teammates, and he kind of went to pass it, but he was still dribbling and just kind of lost control there.
3.5 seconds. They get it to Proctor. He'll have 3. From the volleyball line at the buzzer, off the mark. As that takes us to the break. 29-26. We were tied at 13 after 1. Sally's will lead by 3 as we head to the locker room at Salesianum and St. Andrews. Game 2 of the D1 Showcase here on a Saturday afternoon. A lot of basketball left here from Salesianum High School. We'll be right back with first half stats and second half action here exclusively on Delaware Live Sports.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Sodal Concepts. Today we're at Fish On in the Villages of 5 Points. Come check us out. Fish On is committed to serving beautiful, simple coastal cuisine in a cool atmosphere with a happening bar, spacious dining room, and outside patio. Popular dishes include the seafood stew and fresh oysters from the raw bar. Fish On's recently renovated event room and is the perfect spot for your next event. Fish On in Lewis in the Villages of 5 Points, open 7 days a week, best happy hour around. See you soon. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer, president of Sodal Concepts, the best restaurant group in the state, and we're inviting you to come join our team. Sodal Concepts is a growing hospitality company with 16 restaurants and a variety of other hospitality businesses, all located in beautiful southern Delaware. We have recently added many departments to our executive leadership team, including a training department, a property development department, and a construction department. We invite you to come live at the beach and work with a growing restaurant group with many opportunities to advance your career. Sodal Concepts Restaurant Group, come check us out.
Welcome to Surf Bagel.
Surf Bagel has served the community in Delaware for over 20 years, providing fresh, hot bagels, breakfast sandwiches, lunch sandwiches, wraps, salads, local coffee and smoothies, and our iconic merch. Welcome to Surf Bagel. We're stoked to serve you.
Welcome to Surf Bagel.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Sodal Concepts. Today we're at Lupo Italian Kitchen in downtown Rehoboth Beach. Come check us out. Located inside the Hotel Rehoboth, Lupo serves coastal Italian cuisine with fresh pasta made in-house daily. Lupo features plenty of unique craft cocktails and an extensive award-winning all-Italian wine list. Popular dishes include lobster bucatini, veal meatballs, grilled swordfish, and eggplant parmesan. Lupo Italian Kitchen on Rehoboth Avenue, serving happy hour daily and dinner 7 days a week. See you soon.
The things that matter most happen right in our own backyard. Our neighbors, our schools, the places we go, and the people we know. And now there's one news outlet where our story is told. Delaware Live. Locally owned community-based news. Free to every reader, because Delaware's future belongs to all of us. Quality journalism we can trust to help us take on the day. Delaware Live. Our state, our news, our home.
Get the assurance that your HVAC system is what you need with Ambience. Ambience provides you with over 25 years of experience in the heating, cooling, and plumbing industry. The team at Ambience Heating and Air Conditioning provides high-quality residential HVAC installations, maintenance, and repairs in new and older homes in the Delaware, Maryland, Pennsylvania tri-state area. You may not realize it, but half of your energy costs go to heating and cooling. Make sure your energy dollars count and call us today for a free estimate. 302-239-HVAC. 302-239-4822.
Welcome to Premier Physical Therapy and Sports Performance. We're a locally owned outpatient physical therapy practice with convenient locations in all 3 counties in Delaware. At Premier, we have experienced physical therapists with advanced credentials, but their hospitality, passion, and enthusiasm is what makes the difference for you. Find our convenient locations at premierptsp.com.
You may have tried physical therapy,
but have you tried Premier?
How you doing? My name's Mike Cassidy. I'm the founder and president of Cassidy Painting. I started back in 1984, incorporated in 1986. I never had the word no in my vocabulary. If someone called me to do a job, I always said yes, whether it was a struggle, whether it was 7 days a week, sun up to sundown, it didn't matter. And with that philosophy, we were able to grow to the size we are. We employ close to 80 individuals.
We really enjoy being in the family business. I look forward to coming to work every day, and it's so nice to work with the people that we work with in the office. We've really become a family with them. We really create a family experience around here.
And Cassidy Painting is a very diversified company. We don't say no to anything. We deal with everything from epoxy floors to painting buildings to spray foam insulation, spray fireproofing. If it deals with a coating, we can handle it. So when our customers call and they're under the gun and they know the need to get a job done, they know who to call because we perform. We've always been performed. We've never been replaced out of 37 years of business. For any of your painting needs, we can handle it.
First State Orthopedics has 46 physicians and 22 physician's assistants at 16 locations across the state of Delaware. We provide both surgical and non-surgical treatment for a variety of orthopedic conditions, are specially trained in current state-of-the-art techniques. We serve as team physicians for over 20 high schools, Wilmington University, and many local recreational and competitive leagues. Our doctors are readily available to all local emergency departments, medical aid units, and urgent care centers for consultation and treatment. Give us a call today at 302-731-2888 or visit us online at firststateortho.com.
Your home, your community. It's not just where you live, it's where you belong. At Dover Federal Credit Union, we understand what it means to be local. We started here, and we're not going anywhere. We're as local as it gets, and we like it that way. We're not just a financial institution, we are the local credit union that you can trust. Local people, local decisions. Dover Federal Credit Union.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Today we're at Matt's Fish Camp in Fenwick Island, Delaware. Come check us out. Matt's Fish Camp features seafood classics, coastal comfort food, and chef-driven specials that pair perfectly with our large selection of craft ales, curated wine list, and camp cocktails. Matt's offers indoor and outdoor dining and is the perfect place to have dinner with your family, happy hour with friends, or enjoy lunch at the Raw Bar. Matt's Fish Camp in Fenwick Island, Delaware, open 7 days a week year-round. See you soon.
Wraps, signs, banners, and promotional items that can help your business stand out from the rest. Looking for an excellent way to convey a professional image? Customized promotional products are the perfect way to target new customers, increase employee retention, and boost your brand awareness. Let the professionals at Cassidy Graphics bring your advertising ideas to life. Give them a call today at 302-326-2412. Again, that number is 302-326-2412. Again, Cassidy Graphics brings your advertising ideas to life.
I would always pass by Ferris on Kirkwood Highway, so I knew that they existed. We stopped in the showroom. We just clicked, like from day one. They did a total kitchen renovation for us. Ferris was so organized. They were on top of everything from day one. Always here when they said they would be, always on time, kept to the schedule. The level of comfort speaking to everyone that works at Ferris, they were just super friendly.
And welcome back courtside to Birkenhauer Memorial Gymnasium on the campus of Salesianum High School in Wilmington, Delaware, the site for the D1 Showcase. Here today, 4 high-quality basketball games exclusively here on Delaware Live Sports. We are on game number 2 between 2 Delaware programs, Salesianum and St. Andrews. Back and forth, we went all first half long. The Sals took a 3-point, 29-26 lead into the break. And now we're ready for third quarter action. Nick Alessandrini alongside Joe Singles. Jason Winchell, our producer. And it's going to be a fun second half here, Joe.
Yeah, the first half, very, like you said, very evenly matched. In fact, I think this is the biggest lead either team has had so far. But both teams, again, just like the first game, just quality basketball. I've been really impressed and happy with the last 2 years about the quality of teams in our state. As we get a 3 here and miss, but just the quality of teams in our state. And the thing I noticed this year, it's different about Sally's at least, is that their bench is really a plus bench. You know, but years past, like you said, they've lost two of the 3 state finals they were in, and I think their lack of depth hurts.
And Darnell Lloyd off the entry feed throws it down. So that'll open up the scoring here in half number 2, and back to a 1-point game. Driving, kicking, the extra pass to the corner to McBride, and they'll have to reset up top.
You know, I don't know how many points he has, but Nasir Logan for Sally's has really done quietly done a good job of running the offense for Sally's each time down the court. Nice shot there by RJ.
Able to get inside.
Yeah, but Logan's done a nice job of just kind of settling things in the first half and just kind of, you know, not anything glamorous, but just settling the troops at each end.
Lloyd on the baseline. His jump shot won't go.
Down. Yeah, he shot it on the way down.
McBride. All Sal's using the shot fake, and then driving, getting downhill was Logan, and that wouldn't go. Zuho, Lloyd, Myers, and Proctor in the game here for St. Andrews.
He wants to shoot it. Yep.
Proctor gonna let one fly, and he's got it.
And I was just getting ready to say, Nick, that's short, but it was short, but it still went in because it was just over the front of the rim.
Proctor with 14 points already. Johnson wants to answer. His 3 hung up in the air, hit the wire.
Darn wire.
For the shot clocks. They got shot clocks on these scoreboards here at Salesianum, but there will never be a purpose for them, at least yet. We're with you, though, Sallies. We hope you'll use them at some point.
Yeah.
And now some pressure here from the Sals in the backcourt.
Yeah, those 20-point games at the fourth quarter could be a little bit more interesting sometimes.
And we don't have teams dribbling it out for 5 minutes of possession. But that's Delaware High School basketball. You got to adapt.
Yeah. And in fairness, most states do not have a shot clock. It's just, I think we notice it more because a lot of the states around us have a shot clock.
Definitely, for sure. Proctor, fresh off that last 3. Elevates from the free throw line. Proctor, too strong. Rebound, though, tipped right back to him. RJ knocked it off the foot of Myers.
Yeah.
All tied at 31. Almost already halfway into the third.
Yeah, it's got to get the ball in the inside a little bit to kind of suck that defense in before they take the 3. They're looking for the 3, which is fine, but you've got to go a little inside out, give yourself a little bit of open space. Oh, turned his ankle there, did RJ.
Yeah, looked like it a little bit. Lost the ball. Trying to get it to Proctor was Kelly. Now it's just kicked around like a soccer ball. Trapped in the corner, and they'll get it back up top, and then a good timeout here by St. Andrews. 4:01 to play in the third. We're tied at 31. So far here in the second half, it's been Proctor and Lloyd as they were in the first half. They've got all 5 points so far here in the third quarter. And then for Salesianum, it was R.J. Johnson with their sole 2-point field goal.
Yeah, Proctor's confidence, you can see the confidence building. Not that he wasn't confident before, but you can kind of see everything he's doing is with a purpose. Very emphatic as he ball fakes, and even the shots he's missing, they're good, they're solid shots.
I believe he had 14 in the game last night, already with 14 to this point in the game against Salesianum today.
Yeah, they just need to get a little bit of help from some other people as, they're playing good D. It's the offensive end that they've struggled to put the ball in the basket a little bit.
So both teams set to come out of the timeout here, and believe Eagle Academy may be walking in.
Where is Eagle Academy? Nick, do you know?
I believe Pennsylvania.
Okay, I'll look it up when we get a chance.
I believe this was Eagle. Again, no logo, so hard to tell.
Yeah.
We saw 20 bodies and not one logo or color, all in the all black, everybody. So we're back underway out of the timeout here late in the third. Tied at 31. Was a 3-point lead for Sally's at the break.
Yeah, got his hands in there a little bit too much.
He'll go against Logan, his second. First foul of the second half. Both teams doing a good job of not fouling here in this ball game.
Yeah, that's why you'd mentioned that the game, this part of the game, this third quarter, has gone by pretty fast. And there hadn't been a lot of whistles.
Yeah, not the case last night. As Proctor going to launch another three, and he's got another three.
Yeah,
Proctor with his third triple here in this one.
Yeah, he's
17. And now a 3-point lead for St. Andrews. Nelson tries to get, drives, kicks, open, and Dominic Downs, no good. Rebound to Proctor.
good shot, just couldn't finish.
Proctor has some room in front of him, right to the basket. Nobody can stop him, and he's got two more.
Yeah, we saw that coming.
Timeout, Salesianum.
Yeah, we saw that coming. Proctor's just like we mentioned right at the beginning. He's feeling good. He's making the right decision. He's making the right extra pass.
So 19 points for him.
Eagle Academy is in.
Oh, the Bronx, New York, right? Is that right?
Bargaintown, New Jersey.
Oh, there might be a couple.
But it could be
remember,
north.
it is the Bronx, because me and Pat were talking about that yesterday.
Okay.
I forgot all about that. The Eagle from, because there's two Eagle Academies. We've learned that last night as well.
Okay, gotcha.
That's right, and it was they making the trip from the Bronx. That's right. I forgot. Again, that's on me there, Joe. I apologize.
No, I put you on the spot. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done that to you.
But yes, they are from the Bronx, and I believe that was them walking in, but
yeah,
I'm not sure at the moment, because it could have been potentially maybe the Howard Wildcats as well. So St. Francis also making the trip. Could be them. Our first, haven't seen them so far. So a long timeout here. The teams are talking over. 2:47 to go remaining in the third quarter. And it was a 29-26 game at the end of the half. And since then, it has been a 10-2 run to start half number two for St. Andrews. And it's all come from Darnell Lloyd and Elijah Proctor more so. He's got 8, Lloyd with 10. Or excuse me, 2 in the quarter for 10 total. And look at that, late getting out of the timeout.
Yep, got to get out.
And they get it in. It's going to lead to an open three for George Nelson, and it works out for Salesianum. Both teams just not ready to get back on the floor.
Coach is not happy about the ball being put down, but that is what the official is supposed to do after the second whistle.
Lloyd has it, turns, and able to hit the fadeaway jumper, the big fella, Darnell Lloyd. Down 4 in the quarter. 11 in the game. Good defense by Blake Kelly. Coast to coast, too strong on the layup attempt, but it's going to stay down this end.
He anticipated the contact a little too much there. As he went up for the shot.
Now it'll be Kelly to inbound for St. Andrews. They get it to Proctor, and he's fouled on the way up. Again, you don't see him miss shots like that, but it was contested, and it was a foul.
Yeah. I think they said he got pushed. Yeah, he got kind of pushed with his.
I believe they called it on Nelson,
yeah.
I think, underneath.
Yeah.
So some free throws for Proctor. He's got 19 as it stands right now. First free throw is strong off the back end.
Needs to push it up a little bit more. He's kind of slinging it. There you go. He's practicing.
Second free throw is in. 1 and 2, splits a pair. 9 points in the quarter for Proctor, and now St. Andrews up by 5. Nelson trying to whip it to Downs in the corner. McBride steps into a catch-and-shoot three. Rebounds up for grabs, tipped by Proctor, and now a second chance for the Sounds. And a whistle and a foul. This might be Proctor. If it is, it'll be his third, and not. They're going to get Blake.
Yeah.
Did they get Blake Kelly?
Nah, they called it on Proctor. At least if my eyesight is correct, it looked like he did the 1-5. So, oh, I'm sorry. No, you were right.
That's right,
you were right, Nick.
we have the wrong numbers on the rosters. That can be
Yep.
deceiving.
Yep. Good pass.
And finished off underneath, that time by Kabeli Kajubi.
Great pass by Nelson there.
Proctor, though, right down the floor, an easy 2. Lead right back to 5. Nelson, his 3 won't go. Kelly putting it on the floor, gets past Brady McBride and takes it all the way for 2.
McBride's not going to be happy with that. He didn't really have any help. He didn't have no one behind him.
Under a minute, Dominic Downs knocks it down in the corner. He's got a 3-point shot on him, and he's got his second triple today.
1-2-2.
Got to get it past half court. Proctor able to do so. And now he's going to go right to the basket, fouled by Kajubi. So Proctor, as Pat and I talked about on the broadcast last night, wanted to see him be a little bit more assertive. He has certainly done that today.
Yeah.
Again, one of the most talented players in the state. And putting it on full display here in the showcase as that free throw, though, falls out. He split his last time at the line. One more on the way here.
Yeah, it's interesting because on his 3, the form is perfect. It's just pushes it up. On the free throw, it's almost like he's moving too slow. Everything's got to be, which is not a bad problem to have.
A little bit too strong on that one. So one of his last 4 from the line for Proctor. And it's a 4-point game, 20 seconds to go as we wind down the third quarter. McBride trying to beat the zone, and a foul here. Believe it's going to go against Zoo, and it will. His first. Inbound to McBride, catch and shoot from the corner. It's long. And stolen right back by him, though. One-on-one with Zoo. Stops at the block. Elevates, floater, short. And then tipped away and stolen. And sitting down the other end is Proctor at the buzzer, and it will count.
I think that counts, right? So Sally's wants it to, St. Andrews wants it to count. I think it did count.
I think
but
it
we'll
counted.
see. Yeah.
We will see, and we'll let you know. We were going to take a break, but we're going to wait because we got eyes on the officials, and then we'll take our break. 43-39 as it stands. They're conversing. They're conversing. They're conversing.
I think they might have been able to call a walk on that, but
that'd be a different story. And wow, they're not going to count it. Well, you've got the video at home. Go back and let us know what you think in the comments. We're heading to the fourth, 43-39. St. Andrews in front of Sally's.
Your home, your community. It's not just where you live, it's where you belong. At Dover Federal Credit Union, we understand what it means to be local. We started here, and we're not going anywhere. We're as local as it gets, and we like it that way. We're not just a financial institution, we are the local credit union that you can trust. Local people, local decisions. Dover Federal Credit Union. Your home, your community. It's not just where you live, it's where you belong. At Dover Federal Credit Union, we understand what it means to be local. We started here, and we're not going anywhere. We're as local as it gets, and we like it that way. We're not just a financial institution, we are the local credit union that you can trust. Local people, local decisions. Dover Federal Credit Union. Your home, your community. It's not just where you live.
And we are underway, fourth quarter action. Jim's a buzz after that dunk by Proctor, but it will not count. They waved it off. And if you go back and watch the video, it looked as if it was close, but might not have been able to put it through at the buzzer. Yeah. So tough shot there, will not count, but St. Andrews will open up with possession to go back to him, stolen underneath by Abelnop.
Yeah, and it's going back the other way. And I guess if you jeez.
And a timeout by St. Andrews. We'll stay here.
Yeah, if you're looking at when the ball left his hands, if that's the test you do, I don't think it did. On that, we're talking about this dunk. Like the ball was still in his hands when the buzzer went off. So I tend to lean towards the officials on that call. I mean, it's a shame the 2 doesn't count, but because it was a nice dunk. But if the rule is the ball has to be out of your hands, either way is 50-50.
Yeah, I'm with you. It was a close play and a timeout now after the steal as Proctor was losing possession there. It was another good timeout by the Saints. So they'll have possession coming out of it. 7:34 to go here in the fourth quarter, 43-39. It's been another fun game here at the D1 Showcase. 2 Delaware teams going at it, and of course, always a chance that they can meet in the postseason. Of course, we're thinking way down the line. We're just underway with basketball season here in the state of Delaware. Most teams with about 1 game of action so far. St. Andrews had their second contest last night, as did Salesianum, who played against Appoquinimink in their annual Silent Night game right here at Birkenhauer Memorial Gymnasium.
Yeah, it's like I said, last year and this year, the quality of Delaware basketball across the board with having a number of good teams, not just one team that might be standalone above everybody else. Really doing a good job in the state.
Trying to get Lloyd going out of the timeout. That one rolls around and out.
He continues to shoot kind of on his way down. He's just a little bit off.
Logan now on the right wing for Sally's, a minute into the fourth. Johnson kicks out George Nelson, mid-range jumper off the mark. Ho has his pass slapped out of bounds by Johnson. Will stay down this end with the Saints. So on the floor for Salesianum, it's R.J. Johnson, Nasir Logan, George Nelson, Dominic Downs, and then Abelknap underneath as well. And then it's Lloyd, Ho, Proctor, Myers, and Kelly as that one's rejected right back into the stands.
Doing a lot of battling there underneath. Lloyd is with the Sally's players.
So Myers now to inbound, gets it to Lloyd out here on the perimeter. Nobody around him thought about the three. He'll pass it up though.
Oh.
And last touched once again by Salesianum as Proctor kind of educating on where he wants his teammates to be.
Yeah, a little bit of uncertainty.
Right in the face of Proctor here in front of us at the scores table. Ho, catch and shoot three. It would have counted, but they're going to get him for the travel as he took an extra step before he fired that one up there. So slower start to the fourth quarter than our previous three. Things tightening up here in this one. 6 minutes to go. Johnson has some space. Gets down low, over top of Lloyd. Can't get it to go with that left hand that he's been so successful with. Yeah. And you talked about that size inside.
Yeah, and RJ, he actually had the right open, but because he's lefty, he chose to kind of favor that left.
That's a good point.
They kind of forced him into a bad shot.
Kelly dribbled it off his foot. Now gonna have to work to get it past half court are the Saints. Proctor's got to get this one up. And a 10-second call. Got to put it up there if you're the Saints. But 5:43 to go, and that's Sally's defense. Have started in the backcourt, and now they force the turnover. Back to RJ at the high post where he can work it around. Now he's on the perimeter. Abdelknap thought about it, got a shoulder check, no whistle, letting him play. Johnson off the bounce pass, wants a three. No good, but how about George Nelson battling with Proctor, but Proctor able to take it away. Myers spins, able to keep possession, finds Ho. He'll let a three fly, and Josh Ho connects on another triple, his third.
Catch and shoot on that one, no travel.
That's right.
Same, the exact same spot.
Yep, he knows where he wants to be. Inside out now to Abelknap to answer, no good.
Sally's just no presence on the glass on the offensive boards.
Proctor takes the handoff, Euros inside, the floaters up and through. Timeout Salesianum. And St. Andrews with their largest lead of the afternoon. It's 48-39. They're up by 9. 4:41 to go.
I mean, he's scoring, like we say, he's scoring at all three levels. You know, he's knocks down is Proctor. He's knocking down the threes, taking the ball to the basket, he's scoring around the basket. There's really not a whole lot, you know, you can do other than try and make it uncomfortable for him as he's looking at the basket. His size makes it really hard, even to get a hand in his face, because he elevates on his jumper. Yeah. And he elevates on his three too, which is a hard skill to do. But when big and strong like that, and it's not a whole lot Sally's can do right now to kind of get him off his game.
He's got 24 points. That's half of the 48 that the Saints have put up to this point here in the fourth quarter. Still 4:41 remaining, a lot of basketball left. But again, as we mentioned, the Saints from St. Andrews opening up their largest lead so far in the ball game at 9. We'll see if Sally's can regroup themselves and make a push and a comeback here in the fourth quarter. You look at Salesianum, they haven't scored yet in the fourth, and getting contributions from all over, but not really one guy getting going. RJ does have 7 points, so does Dominic Downs, has 8 with the 2 threes, and then George Nelson has 8 as well.
Yeah, Sally's just looks a little out of sync offensively as they bring the ball up the court. It's not from lack of effort. They're playing hard. It's going to be a little bit more smooth.
Saw some full court pressure there from St. Andrews, and then a turnover from R.J. Johnson in the far corner.
Yeah. Took a little hop when he caught the ball. Yeah.
And R.J. will be taking his talents to Rutgers next year, where he'll be playing football for Coach Greg Schiano. Kelly, Proctor, Lloyd, Ho, and Myers here for St. Andrews. Maybe a push-off. I believe an offensive foul here against Blake Kelly.
Yeah. Couldn't see the arm, but saw the body go flying. Would have been a tremendous acting job if he
That's
didn't
half the
get
game
pushed.
now, right, Joe?
Yeah,
I mean, the way the NBA, everything's been the last however many years, that's what it's turned into.
Yeah.
Man, I'll tell you. Soon enough, we'll have teams getting acting coaches, bringing them in and doing that.
Yeah.
Under 4 to go as that one was, some physicality there as Nasir Logan tried to get downhill. That's against Kelly. He picks up a couple quick fouls.
And you know, we have the in the college and pro basketball, you have the flopping call.
That's right.
Get a foul called on you for acting. I don't know. I don't think that exists in high school.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Maybe at some point.
Yeah.
Under 4. No look pass to Gajabi. His mid-range jumper no good, and not going to get the rebound on the follow if Darnell Lloyd's around. Proctor, one touch pass to Myers in the corner, but he traveled.
Yeah.
Well, our officials are on it today.
Yeah.
Sally still looking for their first points of the fourth quarter. They've been held scoreless to this point, 3:25 remaining in the fourth. And that one's picked and stolen. Blake Kelly finishes it with the left. And this thing opened up now double digits, 11-point lead for the Saints. And we know Coach Trevison's squad always better at the end of the year, obviously, than in the beginning. They go through that tough gauntlet of a schedule.
Yep.
They'll be ready for the tournament. You can rest assured on that. As once again, it's stolen in the corner.
McBride tried to bounce it off Proctor's leg and ended up coming back and hitting McBride.
Lloyd trying to seal off the defender, and RJ is going to pick up foul number 4 on the other side.
RJ's got something to say. Just a little bit of frustration.
And Coach Trevison going to want to talk things over after the whistle. 4 fouls against Johnson. 11-point game with 2:45 to go here in your D1 showcase. It's game 2 on a Saturday. We're going to put the audio down. We'll be right back. And back live at Birkenhauer Memorial Gymnasium out of the timeout. 50-39, St. Andrews leading Salesianum here with 2:45 remaining in the D1 showcase. St. Andrews a tough loss last night to Eagle Academy and looking to respond today with a victory, and they're on the right track. And they'll have it here under the basket. Ball tip, that's clean as Nelson trying to get to the basket, lays it high off the glass, couldn't get it to fall through. Proctor with another rebound. And again, trying to get it past half court, and they do so. Josh Ho driving, and will do the smart play, pull it back out. And a whistle. And it looks like Proctor hurt his leg on the far side.
Grabbing his, cramp.
At right lower
calf,
leg.
yeah.
He's going right for the water. That's right. Hope he's okay. He's having himself a heck of a day.
Seems like he's okay.
Yep, so a sub here coming in for St. Andrews. So Kelly will have the honors to inbound now. 2:19 to go in this one. Finds a cutting Bob Zoo, and Zoo has his first points. Nelson wants a three. He's gotten some good shots, all haven't fallen a lot tonight. Johnson trying to get in on it.
Yeah.
That three no good either, but Nelson really battling down there for the rebound. Gotta love the hustle from both of these teams today.
Yeah, everybody's playing hard. All 10 kids are playing hard. We get a foul.
It's only gonna be the second team foul against Salesianum.
Yeah, it's tough, because as a coach, you go back and forth as to whether or not you start fouling a little earlier.
Yeah, it's always a discussion.
So you get the one-on-one on the first foul. Now it's getting to the point where it's a little late. It's a little late in the game.
Myers to inbound, gets it to Lloyd. And a foul on Dominic Downs, who...
2 hands. Can't put 2 hands on that person. I don't think he meant to do that. but it works for Sally's. Sally's will take it because they need to put the fouls up.
That one tipped out by Nelson.
Pulled the jersey, another foul.
And a whistle. That'll be the 4th. Still 1 more to go if they do, in fact, want to put him on the line, the way it seems.
I always felt like about 2.5, 3 minutes is the time to start doing this. I feel like more often than not, you're just going too much uphill. Although Sally's is here, it's getting accumulated 4 fouls in about 20 seconds. So they're getting
after it.
It's just, it is a little late with 97 seconds left in the game, so.
24 points for Proctor as he heads to the free throw line for 2 free throws after the 15th foul from Salesianum. 1:37 to go. And that's been the only blemish on his game today, has just been his struggles from the line.
Yep.
Now just 1 of 5 from the charity stripe tonight for Elijah Proctor. One of
Lee's
6.
point is just a little late. Kind of a line drive. Now St. Andrews is going to foul.
So they'll inbound it now. Josh Ho almost comes up with the steal. Instead, it's Nelson open for 3. And flat on that attempt. And the struggles from beyond the arc today have affected the Sounds for sure. A foul in the backcourt as we'll walk the floor.
Yeah, it's been in the beginning of the game, they were kind of getting away with it.
They were.
When you really don't have any inside presence, whether it's, RJ having to sit at the beginning of the quarter, but just don't have any inside presence. It just puts a lot of pressure on the shooters because the defense is cheating, hedging out towards the three-point line instead of keeping them honest, 50-50.
Again, free throw struggles continue for St. Andrews. 6 made threes, though, for Salesianum in this game. Just, we don't have the official how many they've taken. And 0 for 2 from the line. So now 1 of 4 for Darnell Lloyd in today's action. Nice finish underneath by Kabeli Kajabi.
Yep.
And now going to stay down this end as the Saints, I believe, turned it over there on the inbound.
Yep. Yeah, Bob Zoo, he was the inbounder. He came back in, and the ball touched him. But once again, before he touched it, he didn't have both feet set.
Shot blocked by Myers, but right back into the hands of a Salesian. And now Dominic Downs off his putback, no and no again. The rebound to Proctor, and then Josh Ho was fouled in the backcourt. We'll shoot more free throws. So 54 seconds to go. Some free throws for Josh Ho, who has made 3 threes today. He's got 9 points. And now a timeout, I believe. There's something going on at the scores table.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It was a timeout or oh, maybe it was. Yeah, you're right.
I believe so. And then a few words exchanged over there, but probably just having to deal with the situation.
Yep.
As now both teams are set to retake the floor.
Proctor's back on the floor, has been since he went out with that little cramp.
That's a good point there. Good to look out for that. Love to see that. Okay, and what a day it was for him, 24. And the free throw drops for Ho. And he knocks it down. Just 4 of 14 from the line as a team are St. Andrews. Down, showing off the range, and nothing but net for Dominic Downs, a very capable and impressive three-point shooter, and then they're going to get him with the 2 hands yet again, and he doesn't like it yet again.
He sets his feet well right before he releases the ball.
Pretty form, a nice rotation on it, and that one dropped right through the net, cuts the lead to 10 with 40 seconds to go.
Cool sneakers, too.
Let's see, where is he? Where'd he go? What's he got going on?
This the white, but it leads into like a flame, orange flame in the front.
Yeah, I see. I wonder, let me see. Usually has never been a shoe I couldn't identify. So I have to get a closer look at those.
Yeah.
1 of 2 from the line for Blake Kelly. Or excuse me, Ofer. But turned it over on the other end, and now 34 seconds, still a 10-point game, so Sally's definitely going to try to fight this thing out.
He's not the person you want to foul.
Head coach Trevison almost losing his mind there. There's been a few travels that he has wanted, didn't get quite all of them, but we'll get that one there on the far side, and correctly. Inbound, the give and go, gets it back, a foul and counted, a chance at the 4-point play for George Nelson, and that was once again Proctor who hit the deck, and he's right back holding that ankle or that calf on the right leg, and a sub getting up for him. Again, hoping he's okay, as he thought maybe the Saints with the 10-point lead come back out there and kind of go through the motions there to try to lock this thing up, but he's going to have to head out, and again, just hope that leg's all right.
He's upset about committing that foul as he's limping, but it's definitely his calf. It's definitely just a cramp.
So a chance for the rare 4-point opportunity.
Get in there.
And he does. Nelson's getting, you don't see those typically, so a nice job by Nelson to hit that one and knock it through. And just like that is a 2-possession, 6-point game. We are still very much alive in this one.
Is he going to Believe
And
it?
it's going to be out of
Believe it.
bounds and turned over with 20.4 to go. We've got a 6-point game. Proctor still having to be on the bench here for the Saints. Nelson driving, looking for somebody in the corner, and there was nobody there, not tipped. And Coach Trevison, he thought there was a blatant tip on that pass. There wasn't, I don't think.
Kajubi, 15, Kabali Kajubi was diving, and I know Nelson thought he was going to dive more, but he just wasn't there in time.
Tough break there after the huge comeback in the last few minutes. Myers up to Proctor, who's now back in the game. He's fouled by McBride, but he struggled from the free throw line, but now just 10 seconds left.
St. Andrew's coach didn't want him to catch the ball because he's having a tough day at the free throw line.
But a chance to make it right here, and you knock down a few of these, and you're almost sealing it. So Proctor will head to the line with 24 points. He's missed his last 4 free throws. And this is another. So again, when you go through a struggle or a streak like this, sometimes you get in your own head, right? It's a mental aspect to it. As DeMatha and Eagle Academy are getting ready to take the floor. That is going to be some fireworks in that one. Proctor able to knock that one through. 25 for Elijah Proctor. Nelson gets to the basket. No rebound to Elijah. And a tie-up, I believe. And it's going to be possession arrow to Salesianum.
Nelson is fast. He gets up the court so quickly.
And the effort's been there all game for him. And trying to jump the gun on that one. He's trying to get shots off at any point. And a whistle now as we have a sub. They're going to grab Proctor out of the ball game. So Mark DeLoff back in. 25 for Proctor. As they get it inside to Downs, throws it up and gets it to fall.
Tough shot, timeout, that's it.
And that'll do it. So St. Andrews responds after the tough loss last night, and they get a victory here against Salesianum, 55-50. Joe, this was a fun one. Elijah Proctor led the way for the Saints. He had 25. He got started early. So did Darnell Lloyd, but it was Proctor that carried them home.
Yeah, a lot of inside-out play, which Sally's didn't have, and St. Andrews had it with the two, like you said, with Proctor and Lloyd. Just too much.
DeMatha and Eagle Academy are gearing up for game number 3, 25 minutes away. And we will see you then on Delaware Live Sports. It's the D1 Showcase. On to our final 2 matchups of the weekend. We'll see you in a few minutes.